Peace, everyone. I pray all is well. Today, I want to talk about the power of the way you fall asleep. Now, I've said this before in different ways, but I want to express to you how powerful it really is. You have your subconscious programming, right? And that's where most of what you're seeing around you is reflecting back to you. Let's say your subconscious program is to not be aware of your own body, to not be aware of your own thought patterns, to not be aware of so many things that are necessary that require your awareness in order for you to actually embody. One of the most powerful ways to actually start changing this is to go intentionally into your state of sleep. Through this practice of becoming aware of how I'm falling asleep, also listening to certain frequencies as I'm sleeping so that I can almost awaken in a dream-like state and operate within that state while creating new programs within my being. Just in a general, more surface level, the way that you fall asleep is the way that you're going to wake up. The way that you fall asleep is going to affect the dreams that you have. The way that you fall asleep is going to affect your mood and the way that you are perceiving the world when you rise. It is very important to fall asleep with a good attitude, with an attitude of gratitude, with an attitude of fulfillment or just peaceful vibrations, as opposed to going to sleep angry and waking up. This is a loop. This can very much become a loop. A practice that you can do that's surface level is so easy. You get into your bed and you start to speak gratitude about your day. You start to speak gratitude about the way that you're feeling, right? You feel comfortable in your blankets. I'm so grateful for a bed. I'm so grateful for my head on this pillow. And when it comes to actually training your mind to help assist you in behaving more properly and behaving more in alignment with what you're wanting for yourself, you can actually start to feel into that, right? You can question yourself as you're falling asleep, as you're drifting off into the dream state. Question, what kinds of things would I be doing if I were to be the best version of myself, right? And you feel into this feeling, or you give thanks for all those things that you did. What did I do today? What did I say today? What did I think today? What didn't I do today that allowed me to really embody that which I was wanting to see for myself? This is the simpler aspect of it, right? But when you actually go into the dream state, you can do certain things to actually amplify these things. One practice would be going throughout your day backwards. So as you fall asleep, you start to think of your day, the first thing you did in your day, and then all the way to what led you to that point that you're in. And then from that space, you start to set your intentions. You start to feel into whatever it is that will allow you to help make the necessary changes, all encompassing of what you want to see for yourself, right? And then you fall asleep. Now I'm going to share a little bit about my experience with you guys. Because I've been practicing these things and allowing this powerful energy to assist my life experience, to assist me in the training of my mind, the training of my body, my evolution. I've been seeing the most incredible results. And your experience will be unique to you. That's the beauty of it, is that your experience, your individuality, what you see, the light that you're seeing will create changes and will ripple out in ways that are necessary, and in ways that are not necessary if you're not in alignment with wellness, if you're not in alignment with healthy practices, or if your intention is in a place that isn't necessarily good, right? Isn't necessarily healthy. As far as my experience goes, listening to certain frequencies and certain affirmations as I'm sleeping and then waking up to these has allowed me to actually witness myself in a state in which I can consciously reprogram my subconscious mind. Now, the power of self-suggestion, the power of actually speaking words of power to yourself every day is a necessary part of the process. You're not going to go throughout your day doing things that are good for you and then mentally telling yourself that you are the worst, right? You're going to utilize positive affirmations to something that's even more dynamic, life-changing affirmations, transformative affirmations that will actually help remind you of why you're doing things throughout the day, that will help create a more qualitative experience, that will help you create a more in-depth experience, and will create more experiences and awarenesses of this shift in your awareness, this shift in the way that you're thinking, speaking, and acting. Be as creative as you want when you do this on your own time, and be aware of what you're thinking when you are doing anything. Be aware of what thoughts are primarily in your head. You can replace those really self-deprecating thoughts with things, with affirmations, with self-suggestions that allow for growth, that allow for exponential growth, right? But back to going to sleep in this state could go through your day, all the way leading up to that space, right? And then you go into this new energy of gratitude for all the things that you did to elevate you, elevate your existence, gratitude to your awareness of all the things you no longer want to do, feeling into the way that you want to feel upon the rise, feeling into the way that you want to speak, think, and act upon the rise, or even in this moment, right? So then as you fall asleep, you're going to be more privy to those behaviors and to that reprogramming within your subconscious mind. If you're utilizing frequencies, I'm going to put descriptions in the links. Now, I highly recommend that y'all go through the descriptions and the links and choose what resonates, you know what I'm saying? These videos are alright. Once you go into these links and you start tapping in with the information and the practices in there, you're going to see extreme results in your life. You're going to see major shifts in your life experience. So I'm going to keep telling you guys, this is just beginning discipline for me to interact and interface and build my confidence in respect to sharing my heart, sharing my soul with you all. So this is just kind of something that I'm doing, of course, to be of assistance. Ultimately, there are individuals who can impart to you more properly that which will help assist you and elevate you. So I'm just here to serve as a messenger and to also serve as, perhaps a bridge back to listening to the frequencies and the affirmations as you fall asleep, specifically with the intention to reprogram your subconscious mind. What I've been seeing over time throughout this practice is that it's actually giving me some extreme results, allowing me to be aware. It almost feels as though I'm awake, but I'm not. I'm sleeping. I can feel my body. I can feel my body. I can experience what's going on around me if somebody's, pitter-pattering around. But I can hear the frequencies and I can hear the affirmations and I can sense the fact that I'm sleeping. I can sense how my subconscious mind is actually being reprogrammed. I'm kind of observing from an elevated state where I actually am in a very deep way. And then I'm being guided through the affirmations on how to work through those things. So it's very therapeutic and very transformational. Look at the descriptions and the links. Don't waste your time going to sleep in a bad, negative attitude. Don't be confused at the very least when you rise all dilapidated because you went to bed scrolling through Instagram all night, or you went to bed doing things that you know are not fruitful to your love, to your life, to your existence. And if you really want to see changes in your life, if you really want to make improvements in your life for real, recognize this power and feel free to practice it. At the very least, refrain from doing certain things while you go into that space, because it's a very powerful space. We're not necessarily taught these things. We're not taught the power of being in that state. So utilize it to your advantage as I express this to you. Truly, there's so many improvements, there's so many amazing things that we can do to elevate this world There's so many changes that we can make. What you do, what you have to offer can change somebody's life on such a deep level. Wouldn't even be able to understand it. That's why I'm sharing this with you, is to help you understand that there's so many different ways that you can do things without the process being so slow in the making, you know? We're truly more powerful than we think. I encourage you, try it out. There's going to be specific links that I'm going to add into the description that are in regards to falling asleep in a certain state of being. If you practice enough, there's no part in this where y'all watch my videos and make tremendous improvements. Okay, the real practice is within the description links. So I can talk on this platform. Ultimately, I truly want to see the best for people, and I truly admire so many people who have so much knowledge, so much wisdom, so much information, who are so much more in alignment with wellness, in alignment with elevation, leading by example. It's amazing to witness, and I know for a fact that the people who are watching this, there's going to be those who truly resonate. When we come together and we actually do the work, when we actually do what it takes to make these shifts, everything changes. Everything is changing. So I'm really happy for you, right? But it's going to require that you actually participate in all the things that you know are going to help your situation. There's no reason why we should continue to perpetuate a state of depression unless it's truly what you're needing on your journey. Like, unless this is something that you have to go through, because we have to go through depression. It's a necessary part of the experience here on earth. And it truly is a matter of perspective. It truly is a matter of awareness. And so if you are for real wanting to get out of that state, I'm here to tell you that there are new ways to go about things. There are so many things that you could do. So please, receive the wisdom that I leave in the description links. Go with what feels right. And I encourage you to really be open-minded and open-hearted with everything that I share. If you are somebody who follows me, who watches my videos and is actually gaining something out of this, be aware that all these things that I'm sharing for the most part are of resonance to a certain parts of me and of why I'm expressing this in the first place. So I really appreciate you guys. I wish you wellness. I wish you an abundance of mental health. Oh, and before I get off this, I want to talk about abundance. Everybody wants to have abundance. I'm so abundant this, I'm so abundant that, right? What are you abundant in? Be specific. What do you want? Be specific. Don't just say, oh, I'm abundant. I'm an abundant person. I'm just so abundantly wealthy. Yeah, you can say you're abundantly wealthy, but what is your wealth in? Are you wealthy in, are you abundant in lack? Are you abundant in doubt? Are you abundant in self-hatred? Or are you abundant in discipline? Are you abundant in awareness? Are you abundant in proper guidance? Right? There's a big difference. So when we just frivolously throw out this word, oh, I'm abundant, I'm an abundant being, but you don't really assign a certain vibration and a specificity to that, then you can be subjected to so many different things. And there's so many things that are suggestive in this digital world. So you're going to be pulled in all these directions. It's your job and your responsibility to bring yourself back, right? And to keep yourself there. There's no reason to, or you have to recognize the gravity of this situation, you know. So I really appreciate y'all. You guys have a peaceful night. Peace. Wishing you wellness, wishing you peace, wishing you proper guidance. Receive the proper guidance.